On a foggy night, in a sleepy little town nestled between towering pine trees, Sarah found herself drawn to an old, abandoned mansion. The locals called it the Grimwood Estate, a place of whispered legends and eerie tales passed down through generations. Sarah was a skeptic of all things supernatural, and tonight, she was determined to prove that there was nothing to fear about the old house. Armed with only a flashlight and a sense of adventure, she entered through the creaky iron gate. As she approached the mansion, the wind seemed to howl through the cracked windows, creating an almost mournful sound. The front door was ajar, inviting her in. She stepped inside and was immediately struck by the musty smell of decay and neglect. The floorboards groaned under her feet, and cobwebs draped like curtains in every corner. The grand staircase loomed before her, and she decided to explore the upper floors first. Each step up the stairs felt heavier, as if an unseen force was trying to pull her back. Reaching the landing, she noticed a dim light flickering at the end of the hallway. Curious, she walked towards it and found an old oil lamp sitting on a small table. It shouldn't have been lit, and yet, it was. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind blew through the hall, extinguishing the lamp and plunging her into darkness. Panic began to set in, but she steadied her breath and turned on her flashlight again. The beam of light cut through the dark, revealing a portrait on the wall. It was a painting of a woman, her eyes seemingly following Sarah. The unsettling feeling grew stronger, but Sarah pressed on. She entered a nearby bedroom and found it surprisingly intact. The bed was made, and an old journal lay on the nightstand. She picked it up and began to read. The journal belonged to Eliza Grimwood, the last known resident of the mansion. It detailed her descent into madness, haunted by visions and voices. Eliza wrote of a presence that wouldn't let her leave, a shadow that consumed her every thought. As Sarah read the final entry, the air grew colder, and she felt a chill run down her spine. A whisper echoed through the room, "Leave." Her flashlight flickered, and she turned towards the source of the whisper. There, in the corner of the room, a shadowy figure stood, barely visible but undeniably present. Fear gripped Sarah, and she backed away slowly. The figure took a step forward, and she bolted out of the room, down the stairs, and through the front door without looking back.